Hello, welcome to another episode of the Marketing Gamble. First of all, as you can probably tell, the audio quality is slightly improved because I finally decided to buy a microphone, which is pretty cool because now it's even cooler when I do the episodes. That makes sense because now I feel very professional. Like I've got my own proper podcast studio and things. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that should improve the quality of the videos and the episodes from now on, which is good. I haven't used it before, so if it sounds bad or I could improve the quality because of something to do with the microphone settings, do let me know. I'm still trying to kind of learn anything to do with video and things like that. So yeah, let me know if there's anything to do with the microphone because I can't. Also, I'm recording it through my laptop and then recording on my phone, which is quite funny. But yeah, that should improve the kind of audio quality and things, which is really good. Also, I spoke to one of my friends who watches, and he said that at the start of every episode, I should kind of give a breakdown of what I'm doing with my business, what I'm doing with myself each week, because first of all, it'd be a pretty cool thing to track, like just for the first minute, have everything that I'm doing. And also, it's pretty cool to kind of keep everyone who's listening in the loop of things. So to kind of break down what I've been doing at the moment, I've got 2 clients at the moment who I'm doing work for, both mortgage brokers, which is really cool. I've built the landing page, done the campaigns for one of them, and I got them 3 leads in this week, which is really, I'm very happy with that because, those 3 leads are worth like £900 average if they go through to completion. I mean, if they become a sale. And that person came to me, they didn't have any leads at the time. So I've given them 3 leads to work in a week. And that's only the start and it's going to improve over time. So I'm very happy with those results. And the other person, I've just built their landing page out for them. The ads are all ready. We're about to go live. We'll probably go live end of this week. I've just got to set up things like conversion tracking and analytics. And I've got to finalize some of the automations I've built. So in the campaigns, I've built email automations, text message automations and things. But I built all those and it's very good. The only thing I would say that I need to improve on from what I've noticed is the process of getting a person from client to on an active campaign, like that onboarding process. Especially the first time I did it, the first time I did it was very slow and things could have gone a lot smoother. The second time I did it, it's slightly improved, but I need to kind of take a step back and look at okay, how can I make this as efficient as possible? Because it took 2 weeks, but I would like to try and get that down to 1 week because that's much better for the client if I can get it in a week and then get them results a week earlier. And it's also, it's just much better in general because it cuts out a lot of unnecessary calls or anything. It just gets things working a lot smoother. It looks a lot more, just a lot better for me and the client. So I need to work out a way to do that, I would say. That's kind of the focus after the campaigns go live. And that's basically where I'm at with everything. I've also just started an online course called The Secrets of Success, which is by Russell Brunson. I just started it last night and it's great. It's like a membership site where you pay £30 a month, but I've got the free trial because I wanted the books that he's got, because he's got like the Think and Grow Rich Napoleon Hill book that he's got he's done the foreword of it and things like that. So just signed up for that course, and I was doing it last night, and it's something that I wanted to talk about today, which is like what it links to it, but it's like what am I doing now? Like how am I investing what I've got into how am I investing like any of the money I earn through my business? Because I think that's important. And it's just I think some people may be interested in what I'm doing with it. So and it links to the course because that's kind of what I invest my money on at the moment. So I was listening to the podcast, Alex Hormozy. I talked about it in the last episode because I listened to it literally whenever I'm walking to and from the library. So I was listening to that, and in it, he said that and a lot of entrepreneurs said this as well, like a big difference between to get from 0 to 10,000 a month is skills. Like you just don't know enough, or you haven't practiced enough. You don't have the skills to actually sell something to that many people to get that amount of money. So one of the things I'm focusing on is one of the things I do when I get my money is I don't invest it into like an index fund, or I don't invest it into shares of a company, or I don't invest it into bonds or anything, because what I do right now is I invest it into the skills that I can acquire, because Alex Hormozy is right in saying that they compound over time. So the best example of this is like, I don't know how to sell. I've not got very good sales skills. So that's one of the things I'm trying to learn. I noticed that it's very important that I learned it as well, because I looked back at all my old data of like the 30 leads I ever had, and I looked at the marketing metrics. So how many messages did I send to conversion rates? I believe the conversion rate was like 10, 20, 20% of my messages, which is pretty good. So the messages were doing very well. And I was personalizing to everybody and things. So the message conversion rate was good. And that kind of also makes sense, because obviously I'm practicing marketing with my clients. So I'm obviously getting better. But the metric that was very bad is that I got about 30 calls or something. I think I reached out to like probably 100 people over the past 6 months, and I've got about 30 calls, which is a pretty good conversion rate if you think about it. Yes, it's like that's like 30%. And then, but the problem is, from those 30 calls, I've only got two people. Basically, all of them said no, even though some of them had come to me and they were very willing to work with me. So I realized I've obviously got a problem there with sales, and that's a skill that I have to learn. So rather than investing my money once I've earned it through the business from my clients into things like stocks or bonds or saving the money, I'm investing it into things like learning how to sell, or into this course like Secrets of Success and things like that. Because if I learn that skill, that stays with me for the rest of my life. And if I learn, like if I get over the hurdles of it now, I can learn the skills that I'll just be able to build on it, if that makes sense. Like if I learn the early lessons now of how to sell, then I'll be a better salesman for a longer time. And I can sell to more people and earn more money. And if I'm like going forward, I'm going to have to know how to sell, because that's a massive part of any business. This is just using an example. So that's kind of what I'm doing with my money now, and how I'm investing it is I'm investing it kind of in myself by learning important skills that I need to grow my business. So another one I could do, for example, is copywriting. So obviously with a lot of the work I do for my clients, and also the marketing I do for myself, and my posts that I do on LinkedIn and things, I need to learn how to write good and compelling copy. Now, I've obviously got a lot of the free lessons from YouTube, and also free lessons from other free courses and things and newsletters online, and I've learned the best practices, and I practice them in my writing right now when I'm building landing pages or when I'm writing posts on LinkedIn. So that's a skill that's getting practice. But the problem is it's a slower process than if I were to buy, I don't know, a mentorship or something, or buy a course that was going to teach me how to copyright, and then I could practice, because then I could go back to that person and be like, I wrote this headline, but it didn't work. Do you know why? And then they'll be able to tell me. And obviously you have to pay people for that, but that's another example of a skill that would be valuable for me to learn. And if you think about like copywriting as an example, if I learned that skill alone would probably make me a lot of money over time. And it would probably equate to more than if I were to just invest it in a fund. So I don't know, maybe take £1,000, like maybe £1,000 in an index fund. I don't know how much that'd be worth, but if it compounds at 10%, it'd be worth quite a lot in 10 years. Well, not quite a lot, but it'd be worth a lot more than £1,000. But if I took that same £1,000 and I bought a course and a mentorship on how to sell, and I went out and I try to sell to as many people as I could, I would probably learn how to I'd probably increase my conversion rate, for example, to maybe from 10% of my sales to, like, imagine if I got it to 50% of my sales, then I would make substantially more money than that £1,000 would invested, but also I would carry that skill along with me for the rest of my life, and I'd be able to build on it and get even better so I can increase my conversion rate even more. And that's basically what I was saying for skills and things. And I was looking there that I've had a bit of problems with the audio as I've been recording this. But I should also say, by the way, that this is by no means like financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy like sat in my room talking about what I do with my money. So don't take it as financial advice. Do what you want to do with your money. But I just think what I'm trying to say is I just think it's very important to learn skills. And by whatever way you can do that, if it's buying courses and things, great. If you don't have any money to buy courses, well, then you can always do the thing that you're trying to learn, and you'll learn by trial and error. Like when I first started, I did not know how to do Google Ads. I went on YouTube and watched videos of me doing Google Ads, but that did not prepare me as well as actually just going out and doing Google Ads. When I actually did the Google Ads, I learned so much more that they didn't say in the videos. And now I understand a lot more because I actually went out and did it. So if you don't have any money to buy anything and learn skills, or even if you do, make sure you're actually going out and doing the thing that you're trying to learn, or doing the thing that you want to practice. Like, you got to practice it. Like, I could sit here and learn about all the best workouts I can do in the gym. I could think to myself, right, okay, the tricep extensions. I can do tricep extensions. I can do them down. I can do them over my head. I can do skull crushes. I can grow my triceps all these different ways. But if I don't go to the gym and I don't actually do the exercises, then I'm not going to grow my triceps. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you actually have to go and practice the thing that you're learning as well, which I think it sounds obvious, but I sometimes forgot it in myself, and people do as well. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about skills and really how I'm like, why I invest in my skills rather than I save my money. Obviously I still save money because I need money for other things, but when it comes to investing what I would maybe in a portfolio or something, I just invest it in learning new things because I think that's more valuable for me at this stage in what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish. But by no means is this financial advice, so don't take it as financial advice. And that basically does it for what I wanted to do in this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know. I also want to try and make this a bit more interactive because obviously this is about me and how I'm trying to grow my business and like my journey is becoming like a big business owner and things. And I want people to say like, what else do you want to know? What else do you want me to tell you about what I'm doing? And also like, what do you think I'm doing right, or what do you think I'm doing wrong as well? Because I'd like to, and I'll happily have conversations with anybody as well about what they think I could be doing, what I'm doing right, or what they're doing, because I want to make this as interactive as possible. And I think there are a lot of YouTubers out there, because they're so big, who probably get so many questions, who never get time to answer them. And there's probably a lot of things you wish you could have asked very successful people early on in their careers. Like, why were you doing this? What were you thinking? What are you trying to do? And I would, if I could answer those questions for people now, I think that would be pretty cool if I got there in the future. So just, yeah, if you have any questions, or if you want to say something I'm doing right or something that you didn't like, just let me know. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in next week's episode.